Hiya, how you doing? Have you done something fun yet? Well, let's do something fun together. Like experiment. Let me show you how I've experimented with the printer and laminator so far. As you can see, you can barely see that picture. You can't see this one at all. The little printer that I'm using is it transfers via heat. It doesn't actually put any ink onto the paper. This one I sealed with sellotape and it looks a little bit better. These I actually laminated and it didn't do too well. It darkened everything. I didn't like the effect of that. That's from the same batch that I laminated. That was my first lamination. That's the actual colour of the sticker. And then with this lamination, I put 2 pieces of card either side of the laminator pouch before I put it through. Just thin cardstock. And it came out lovely. So, yeah, my next stage was... This isn't a very good example because this is a different picture than I'm showing you there, and the first one was much darker, but that's showing you that I put a little bit of resin on to check that it all worked, and it does. So here we go. I'm going to be using this picture. I was going to use this one, which I liked better, but I couldn't get a bigger size of it, and I was going to put it in that, but unfortunately I don't know if you can see properly, but it all warped. And that's because I used UV resin rather than 1-to-1 resin. I used 1-to-1 resin for this mould, and it worked perfectly. These are moulds from Sophie and Toffee that I used from their picture box. Okay, here we go. Snow globe picture frame, I think. So first of all, just putting a little bit of UV resin in just to coat the bottom, so that I can put the picture in and the decorations that I'm going to put around it. Hold on. Take the top off. Yeah, it's sealed. Here we go. Right, beauty of editing. Take 2. So like I said, I'm just going to put a little drizzle of resin in, and then I'm going to scoot it all the way round to make sure it's got a full cover, a full coating, sorry, of the resin at the very bottom. Just in case I just realised that you might not have any idea of what laminator and what printer I'm talking about. It's in a previous video I did an unboxing haul of a stash that I'd bought for my birthday, and part of that was a laminator. And the reason why I bought the laminator was because a couple of months before I'd bought this tiny little printer from Wish, cost next to nothing, and it prints on rolls of till tape, that type of thing. And you can also get some sticker tape that works with it as well. So I'll put a link to that in the description, and I might have a go at actually putting one of those iCards in. We'll see if it works. If it's there, it's worked. If it's not, it hasn't. Okay, so as you see, I'm just moving this around so that it coats the whole of the bottom. Yeah, moving it around, a bit like watching paint dry. Yeah, come on, Marie, getting bored with this now. Move it along. There we go. Okay, so it's now fully coated, and I'm just going to put a titchy bit of glitter in. The effect I wanted was just to look like little rays of, you know how the sun just catches like little rays through hedges and things like that. That's what I wanted it to look like. Not sure I got that effect, but we'll see. I might end up backing it, I'm not sure. But that's what I'm doing, just adding a little bit of glitter. Okay, these are some little literally little tiny snippets of plants and flowers that I've dried in a book. And you won't see it, but off camera I'm struggling to be able to dig the little tiny flowers out of the box that I've got them in. Yeah, just taking that one out, and that's when I realised, oh, maybe I should put the picture in at this point. Yeah, definitely, because I didn't realise how much of the sticker I'd actually left, and I just cut it round in a circle rather than cutting around the edges. Because to be totally honest, I wasn't expecting this to work. This was kind of my final last ditch attempt, and I didn't have much hope with it. But it worked, so yay! But next time I do something like this, I will cut right round it for when I cut the actual picture. But when I laminate it and cut the lamination, you do have to leave a millimetre around the edges of the cut picture, because otherwise the seal won't stay, and you won't have the effect that you want of protecting it from the resin. So just repositioning everything so that it looks the way I want it to, or so I'm happy with it. I'm going to put a few more decorations in until I'm happy. It's looking good so far though. Also, there's lots of change. We're doing it again, but this is just a bit of an experiment. But I do like things to look nice. Yeah, just trying to get this down to the bottom and get any sort of bubbles out of there. Trying to get it to stick down as well. And get that resin to scoot over the top. And then there shouldn't be too many bubbles underneath it. Yeah, just enjoying the process here. You know me, I like to take my time. Well, you're getting to know me anyway. And as always, I keep knocking the camera. But I think, if I remember rightly, because I'm doing a voiceover at the moment, I do put some more flowers in. But I'm just trying to get this to stay down as much as possible. Yep, here we go, little daisy. I thought that looked pretty right at the top. Looks a bit like the sun, maybe. I don't know, it just looked nice to me. I'm not... To be honest, I wasn't really sure what I was going for. I was just having a play, and I was just glad that I'd finally figured out this yeah, not sure what you're doing there, Marie. This process. Hope you didn't hear that. A motorbike just went past. Oh, that's it. Good girl. Take it off. Didn't look right there. But something does need to go in that corner. I'm sure I'm going to put something in. If I remember rightly, I do. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's much better. There we go. Yeah. Oh, these are so delicate. But they're pretty. They're really worth it. Worth the hassle. Oh, knocking the camera again. we go. Just adding a few more flowers into this corner. Yeah, struggling to get them out of the box. And there we go. I do like those little flowers, they're really pretty. These are just a couple of little bits that I pinch as I'm, well, I don't really pinch them because they're in a field that gets mown a lot, so they get trashed anyway. So just as I'm walking my dog, as he's having a sniff around, I sometimes pinch a couple of little flowers off with my fingertip, with my nails, and put them in a little container in my walker. There we go, I think I'm just about finished. Just doing the last finishing touches there. Making sure that's stuck down again. And I should be about ready. Yep, here comes the torch. I'm just going to flash cure it now. Just making sure that everything's stuck down in place before I put it in the big UV light. I am going to give it another coating, as you'll see in a minute. You need to take your time with this, especially in the heat. Like I said before, UV resin really doesn't like the heat. I'm just checking it to see if it's still a bit gooey, and it seems to be okay. So just giving it another couple of seconds and then I'll put it in the lamp. So yeah, I've just pulled some more resin out, and I've this is a bit speeded up, or just 2 times speeded up, but I'm just carefully putting the resin over the top of the flowers now. Trying to be ever so careful, but trying to make sure everything's now coated. And I honestly wish I'd have stuck to this, and you'll see why later. But I get a bit bored. I think I'm getting tired now. And I just decide to splodge a whole load on instead. Yeah, just pouring it on, just pouring it on, just pouring it on. Oh my goodness, how much more am I going to pour on? Look at it. Yeah, just pouring loads on. And then getting rid of all the bubbles as I go along. And I started doing the edges as well. I don't know why. I think I'm losing it at this point. It was really hot that day. And I don't do well in the heat. I don't do well in the cold, but definitely don't do well in the heat. And yeah, I put it in the big UV lamp, and look, it's managed to, it got overheated and it's managed to warp it. So the lid no longer fits it. Shame about the sides there. But it is all finished, and I quite like the fact that the sides have stayed defrosted. As you can see, the lid does no way fit, so I've decided to not go with the idea of the snow globe anymore and just have it as a trinket tray, because I think it makes a lovely trinket tray. So yeah, that's the finished item. What do you think? Still trying to make it straight. It's not going to work, Marie. And that's everything. But before I go, the next time you decide you don't like the way someone looks, just remember, when you take away all the squishy parts, we're all just skeletons, aren't we? Try being kind. The results might just surprise you. Thanks for watching.